Alright, welcome into Season of Strife 1, or as some will call it, Season 4. A lot of new stuff in this new season, and I'm going to go over it slowly. So let's start with the events that come up. Of course, we got Root of War, Riches of the Forest. We have the Wheel of Destiny, and in this case, it does let you pick the new commanders. We have Time to Act, which is just spending speed ups. Cosmic Interchange, which I will do this right now. Let me go ahead and get all of my speed ups. I wish it would let me do the research speed ups, but you can't. You got the Run Flint Run, which is similar to the Alania trials in seasons 1 and 2. Of course, you get the Great Revival, Ceasefire, recovery speed, and faster build speed. Proven Grounds, and that's just the community crap. We have, of course, you get to purchase Payback, keys, more keys, speed ups, keys, speed ups, Sentient Emblem, and the last one you get tokens. And as you can see, starting in Season of Strife 1, it skips G3 tokens. There are no more G3 tokens. It goes straight into G4 now. Alright, yeah, I'll pass King. Give me 1 second. Let me finish recording this one, bud. Alright, then we have Blaze of Glory. Looks like a good pack. I am going to buy this, and we will go through this pack. Great value bundle. We do have the Joy of Destiny, which I will buy, and we will spend for that. Daily, and in the daily, so it automatically adds all. It looks like all of the new heroes, including the 2 new infantry, in your dailies as soon as the season starts, whether you have recruited them or not. Monthly pack, and then supply station. Now, I was told, I thought this was going to reset. Of course, it does not look like it did for the double exchange coins, but of course the gems do reset, so you do get double gems. Don't look at my gems up there. I am quite broke right now in terms of that. Now, all of the new heroes that come at the start of Season of Strife 1, you got Zeta, you got Margaret, you got Tobin, you got Urag, Danfell, Magro, Telalia, or however you say her name, Thunderlin, Falgrim, Sybil, Lee, I don't know how to say that, I'm not even going to try, Naya, Kuma, and Lee Quan. Now, I do think that after the 22nd, I think the G4 mages will most likely start. For those of you who start Season of Strife 1 after the 22nd, I think those will be in there. Last thing we have, so it is Calling of Courage. We do have season policies and mastery skills as well, and I will go over those in a separate video. But those are going to be the events that you get now at the start of Season of Strife 1. If you do have any questions, let me know. So, season policies. Let's see what we got. Wellspring. So, stamina limit. Obviously going to be an important one to start. Prestige gain. Chain of Command. Then military expansion. Stone Testaments. So, those are going to be, I believe, yes. So, looks like the Stone Testaments are going to be an important one to grab early, up to 25% more. And then you got your medical supplies, recruitment. Looks like they moved the damage skills back. and 1 warrant. Ah, so they split the warrants up. And then that just gives your units back. Okay, and then there's make way. Now here, I am going to go with... Now last season I did elixir capacity because I just wanted to check it out. And while I had some crazy high capacity, it was almost never full. And I found myself waiting a long time just to be able to have elixir. So I think this season I'm going to run with healthcare reforms and try the elixir production speed out for both. I think if you are, even if you're a free-to-play player, if you are a very active account, the elixir production speed is going to be better for you. Whereas I think elixir capacity would be better if you are a little bit less active account. So healthcare reforms is the one I'm going to go on that one. Here, daily resource healing is the one I will go for here. Just to give me more daily heals. And then obviously military expansion, administrative excellence. Let me read these again. Alright, so for me, I'm going to go with healthcare diligence. It's going to give me higher daily healing, 5% legion HP, and 50% stamina, and 20% resource cost. Now here you got resource healing, production, daily elixir production, attack, march speed. Now that's not a bad one either. And then here you got daily defense, production. Alright, benevolence to me is the worst one. Ideally you could take either reprieve or diligence. For me, I think I'm going to take diligence just because I do resource heal a lot, so the 20% reduction is to me is going to be better than the 10% reduction, and the other buffs you get here plus the stamina limit and HP. I think for me diligence is going to be the way to go, but you could take reprieve as well. Reform, same thing. I'm going to take the production speed here and the daily resource healing. Wait, medical, I think it's going to be this one. Oops, hold on. Hey, why don't I keep... Medical recruitment 2 is one I'm going to go for on that one. Rapid movement, just more march speed. That's actually going to be really nice. Like the beacon, rally army damage, garrison, bit or not. These last 3 policies, unless you're a garrison or a rally lead, you really don't need to worry about investing in these policies. You're getting up to them quick. For most players, you're going to stop at rapid movement. But for the most part, it's pretty straightforward. One thing I did not notice, we do not have long-range warfare. For those of you that just joined in chat, how are y'all doing? Currently in the process of recording a quick video here. Okay, so I cannot go over Protector Quest till after. Okay, so till the second one. So it looks like we have about 2 days before we will be able to look at the Protector Quest, the Mastery skills as well. So we can't really go over this at the moment. Oh, here we go. So we got Tender Care, Killa. Correct. Increases Legion attack. If the Legion is composed entirely of flying units, they gain 10% defense. That's a pretty decent one. Alright, that's just another gathering one. Magic units gain 10% attack, 10% HP. That's another good one, especially if you're a mage main. When Legion has over 50% units remaining, they gain synergy and passion when launching normal attacks. This is a really good one for a cav main, so that's a good skill. Legion units gain 10% attack, 10% defense. That's a good one. Marksman units gain 15% attack and 10% march speed. When taking hero skill damage, can pop a shield, so that's walled ears. Then we have, while in the field, Legion deals 15% more hero skill damage and 20% march speed. That's great as well. Now, as you can see right here by the levels on them, level 5. So the maximum amount is going to be determined if you have this skill leveled up on said hero. As you can see here, I do not have it leveled up on this hero, and it's only level 2, so you will not get the full benefit of that skill if you do not already have it leveled up. Which one is this one? Legion gains 10% HP. See, now this is a really good one because it does not specify infantry. So while this is Garwood's skill, you can, it looks like, place this on any unit or any of your marches and gain 10% HP for any of them. See, now this one says Legion Cavalry units gain 15% physical attack and march speed. That would be a great one to add. Now, I am curious if it's similar to Rise of Kingdoms, if I remember correctly. If you do add this skill to another hero, then I think it will not apply to your current hero. So if you try to use Emrys, this skill won't be available. I'll have to check and see when we actually start fighting. But if I remember from playing Rise of Kingdoms, I do believe that's how that works. Legion Marksmen gain 12 attack, 5% defense. I don't use archers, that's why that's not leveled up. Hosk, when launching a rally, so this is a rally skill. Fair enough, Rex. That's good to know. Rex says it will work if it's not in the same legion. Night Prowler, so that's infantry, 14% attack, 6% march speed. Then you got Oracle's Grace. While in the field, Legion attack is increased by 15% and they take 15% less skill damage. Legion HP by 20% and capacity, that's a really good skill. Launching a normal attack has a 30% chance to gain 60 rage. That's not the greatest. I mean, it can be, but there are much better ones. While in battle, alright, so that's the last skill for, I'm not going to read all that. And then you got Kinara. When Legion is hit with a normal attack, they have a 20% chance to gain repost and slow. Increasing physical counterattack by 30% and reducing the march speed as well. Hold on one second.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Did you leave the SUV on?
No. Yeah?
I think you did.
I'll turn it off.
How did you get out and not turn the car off?
Alright, I'm back. Sorry. Apparently I just got out of my car outside and I left it running, so oops. What skill off Madeline? Hold on one second. Now how the hell did I get in those? How did I just get in that and look at all those? Oh. Take what skill off Madeline, because I didn't see one of Madeline's skills on here. Unless I missed it. That's one I like a lot. I'll have that one. Madeline's skill's not on here. Did I miss her skill? Nah. You can't. You can only use the mastery skills that are available here. So these will be the only skills available. I can't take one off Madeline. Where? Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. To my knowledge, these vary from season to season, so whenever you go into Season of Strife, these could be different for you. I don't think these are going to be the same skills for everyone. But, with that being said, I can't really go over the Protector quests or what they are until a little bit later on. So, with that being said, I do appreciate y'all for checking this video out. If you do have any questions, please feel free to ask. Y'all have a good one.